Okay, this movie, I think it'll be between 5 and 7 minutes. I'll try. Okay. I've been wanting to do a Jamie Lee Curtis movie because, well, I grew up with her kind of, and I think she deserves it because she deserved it for a long time, but especially now she's won an Oscar. So, here I go. Okay, I'm gonna talk about two movies and kind of three a little bit, but I'll explain. All right, the first movie that I saw with Jamie Lee Curtis in it was My Girl. This was done in 1991 with um, Anna Chlumsky, Dan Aykroyd, Jamie Lee Curtis, and Macaulay Culkin, along with other people. Because it was a family drama thing. Okay, so if you guys have not watched it, spoiler alert, I guess, but I think most people have. Okay, it's about this guy who's uh, he works in a morgue. He's a mortician. Okay, um, so he has to hire a makeup artist, or he wants to hire a makeup artist. So Jamie Lee Curtis applies for the job, but in the middle of doing all this, he has to raise an 11-year-old girl, Anna Chlumsky. Her character name is Veda Sultanfus. And his character name is Harry. And, okay, so he's raising her. He doesn't know, like, how to raise a girl because he lost his wife in marriage. And actually, the story is he lost her in childbirth. And so he's left to raise a girl on his own. Well, she's 11, coming of age, so things happen. And luckily, Jamie Lee Curtis's character is there to help him out, sort of. But it's cool because it's not like a mother. She's not trying to be a mother. She's just trying to be a friend. And so, and then her best friend, Veda's best friend, is Thomas J, played by Macaulay Culkin. And once again, spoiler alert, he dies in the end. But they learn a lot because two kids, and basically this was it was based in, or it was written in the time of the 1970s. Okay, so this was during the time when parents told their kids go out and play till dinner and come back home when it's dark or when the street light is on, that kind of thing. So um, they they go to school and they play for the rest of the time until and then this is also during the summer, so there's no school. So uh, Veda has a crush on her teacher, and she decides she wants to do creative writing during the summer. And Thomas J says, "You want to go to school during the summer?" But yeah, she does. And what's cool is that the characters in the movie, the people in the creative writing class, are like hippies. They dress like hippies, but they're really cool to her. Like, and they, you know, most people would say you're too young to know what you want, kind of thing. And they just say, "Yeah, you can do it." So, um, so then she writes her little poems and stuff, whatever the assignment is, and you can tell that she's really young by her writing. I mean, it's good, but it's what a young girl would write. But by the end of the movie, before, well, kind of before, but also after, definitely, losing her best friend, her poems get deeper and stuff. So, um, and it's sad because of course it's sad because her dad knows that Thomas J dies because he's, got to take him to the funeral home. Um, but, so, but, Shelley, Jamie Lee Curtis's character is named Shelley. Okay. So Shelley is trying to tell Harry that he has to be more sensitive to his daughter's feelings. You're trying to raise a girl and not just trying to do your job and whatever, and just go to work, come home, whatever. You know what I mean? So then she basically has to like shake him. Shelley shakes Harry and says, "Open your eyes. She's an 11-year-old girl. She just lost her best friend." So anyway, and then he realizes that, she's just a kid because I think that he was trying to raise her to be grown up, but before she was supposed to be grown up. So uh, that's the thing. And then also My Girl 2 is a sequel, and it's just a progression of what happens after Thomas J. After losing him and whatever. And she gets a boyfriend, which she's 13 at the time. So her boyfriend is played by Austin O'Brien. Yeah. And then the big thing is she goes to California to see her uncle and her aunt, but they're not married yet. Okay. So then she goes to California and she thinks that her father is not her father because she wants to go in search of her mother, and the information they tell her, the dates don't match up, but then they don't know the story. So then she goes on this trek to find her father's, like, because she's convinced her father's not her father, right? So then she goes on a trek to meet this man, but it turns out to not be her father, obviously. But she learns that her mother was married to this man, but a short time. So, and this was before she was even born. And she said, and he tells her that they left on good terms, and it wasn't like anybody was mad at anybody. But no, he's not her father, kind of a thing. And yeah, it kind of breaks her, but then now she knows her history, like her total history. And the guy gives her movies of her mother, like it's old film reels of footage. That's My Girl 2. And then there's another one um, done in 2003. Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan and Mark Hamill and somebody else. Oh, Chad Michael Murray. Okay. The movie is called Freaky Friday, and it's a remake of the older one. And it's where a mother-daughter switch bodies, and so they can't switch for 24 hours. So they have to adapt to each other's lives, and they get more respect for each other because the mother, Tess, she plays Tess Coleman, and Lindsay Lohan plays Anna. They both learn respect of like what it's like to be a teenager and what it's like to be an adult, and the how much responsibility you have and stuff like that. So it's really cool. Yeah, and as always, I think, and I have always thought that Jamie Lee Curtis is a great actress and just down to earth and everything, and I like that a lot. So there are 3 movies that if you haven't seen them, you should check out. And yeah, all right, guys.